We are talking about the CREST trial, and CREST is a trial which is running in the non-muscle invasive bladder carcinoma, the NMIBC space. And we know that patients have organ-confined disease in the mucosa and the submucosa, but not invading the muscle, the detrusor muscle. So there are different risk categories in the NMIBC stage, and the high-risk category, the high-risk stage defined as PT1 tumors, high-grade, or Ta tumors, high-grade, plus minus CIS, was the target group of the CREST trial. Usually, these patients are treated with BCG. BCG as some kind of immunotherapy with an induction and then a maintenance period of at least 2 years. And the idea behind CREST was to use a subcutaneous PD-1 antibody in combination with BCG compared to BCG alone. Actually, the trial had 3 arms. So arm A was BCG induction maintenance plus sasanlimab, the sub-Q PD-1 antibody, compared to BCG induction and maintenance in arm C. And the primary data release of the primary endpoint of the event-free survival was significantly improved by the addition of sasanlimab as the PD-1 antibody plus BCG compared to BCG alone. So the importance of this trial is that it's the first trial in this NMIBC space proving the additional benefit of a checkpoint inhibitor, adding it to the conventional classical scheme of BCG induction and maintenance. Yeah, the methodology was the intravesical application of BCG in the standard scheme. So induction is an induction period of weekly dosages over 6 weeks, and then followed by 3, and then later on 6 monthly maintenance courses of 3 weekly intravesical instillation of BCG. The sasanlimab was given subcutaneously every 4 weeks for the methodology and for the application. I think it's a totally new routine to go for a sub-Q injection. We all know that the checkpoint inhibitors are usually given by IV, by the IV administration route. So I think sub-Q is much more easier in the clinical setting, faster, convenient, more convenience for the patient, of course. The primary endpoint was event-free survival, and as mentioned earlier, the event-free survival was significantly improved, and event-free survival was recurrence, progression to cystectomy, or the development of metastatic disease significantly improved by BCG induction maintenance plus sasanlimab. Well, the clinical implications are that we have a new kind of therapy in this specific setting of NMIBC. We learned with the trial a lot about BCG alone and saw that and observed that BCG has a good efficacy in this high-risk population of NMIBC patients as an intravesical agent. But we also learned that this efficacy, in terms of increasing the rate of event-free survival by increasing or having less local recurrences by the addition of sasanlimab, it further improves the good result of BCG. So we are going from good to better with this trial. Well, we also observed the side effect of classical BCG side effects, and the sasanlimab proved to have, well, the classical PD-1 side effect profile which was observed in the setting. And at this ASCO meeting, we also had a more detailed subgroup analysis, splitting the T1 high-grade patients, the CIS patients, and observed that specifically in patients having a CIS in combination with T1 plus minus T1 high-grade tumors had a more pronounced benefit of the addition of sasanlimab. We also asked the question, and the data was presented here at the ASCO meeting, does this regimen impact the quality of life? And we showed for the pro-analysis by the EORTC QoL 30 questionnaires and also by the NMIBC 24 questionnaire that there is no significant difference, and not even a significant difference, between BCG and BCG plus sasanlimab. And both treatments, either BCG alone or BCG plus sasanlimab, did not have a clinical meaningful impact on the quality of life over the time, but also in a more detailed analysis of a mixed effect model. Well, I think we are moving into the next step. We Also know that the second trial, the Potomac trial, is positive. There was a press release on that. It's in the same setting as the CREST trial. I think it's a good signal for the whole space here, high-risk NMIBC, BCG plus checkpoint, that if you have two positive trials, that they are moving in the right direction. On the other hand, we also learned that they have a side effect profile by the PD-1 inhibitors. This adds on to the BCG side effect profile. And it's a question, well, which patient will need this therapy? Is it just CIS patients in combination with T1 high grade? Is it the T1 high grade population? I think there will be a patient selection for this patient in this new indication. And let's summarize that. The field has moved forward with the checkpoint inhibitors now also to the NMIBC space.